Hello, I'm Gay Lisby.
And I'm Gary Ray. Welcome to Tribe Talks.
Tribe Talks is a series of heartfelt moments with members of Amazon Seller Tribe where we're pretty transparent, aren't we, Gary?
Yeah, we are, Gay, because really 50% of life is if. If you actually spell out the word, half of it is just a chance. And then after that, it's how we respond to it.
You know, that's right, Gary. And here at Tribe Talks, we want listeners to be inspired by other Amazon sellers to overcome their own self-imposed limitations. And that's why we're doing Tribe Talks. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, just want to welcome you. I'm Gay Lisby, and this is Tribe Talks. We are super excited today to have one of our valued Amazon Seller Tribe members with us. And in fact, Nikki has been with us for quite a while. I think she joined probably within the first 6 months of when we started Amazon Seller Tribe back in 2017. But guys, I want you to meet Nikki Welch, and she lives in beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. So Nikki, come out here and say hi to the people.
Hi guys.
So tell us about when you started with Amazon.
I started back in September 2017. I had done some searching online for ways to make money online and came across lots of YouTube videos about how to sell on Amazon. And, I think like a lot of people, I at first thought it was maybe a scam or, something like that. But pretty quickly realized that there are a lot of just regular people doing this. And, I decided to give it a try. And I think I joined Gay's group. I got my first sale. I was already in the group,
So you actually got your first sale while in the tribe?
Yes.
Wow, you were brand new.
Yes.
So take us a little bit into your life. You're a young mother and you have children in school. Let's talk about your family.
I have 3 sons. My youngest just turned 6. My middle guy is 8, almost 9. Next month, and then my oldest is 13.
Wow, so you're in for it now, aren't you?
Right. Definitely.
So now, young mothers, when they start on Amazon, selling on Amazon, they have unique challenges, but you have even a more unique challenge because you have some children that have some difficulties in school. So can we talk about that for just a little bit?
Of course. My oldest, I have 2, my oldest and my middle son both have some special needs. They do really well in school as far as grades and everything, but they have some behavioral disorders. My oldest has a mood disorder. My middle son has ADHD plus a few things we're still figuring out, but so it's been a challenge. And that's part of the reason this works out so well being an Amazon seller. Because they have lots of appointments, they have therapy, they have doctor's appointments weekly. So there are a lot of times where I need to take off, and I needed something that was really flexible as far as scheduling.
Right, so that's one of the beauties of working from home and selling on Amazon is you can do it from almost anywhere, can't you?
Right, yeah.
So, you wouldn't have a regular or ordinary schedule as a mother of young children or school-aged children. And so you find yourself doing Amazon late at night, early in the morning, middle of the afternoon. Tell me about that.
I do Amazon, all the time. My youngest just started kindergarten in the fall, so it's been a little easier now that he's full-time too. But I do it from doctor's offices. I do it in the pickup line at school. I stay up late every night. My husband's watching his game or whatever, and I'm there on my computer doing stuff. So luckily it travels.
Yeah. So I think that's the beauty of doing business like this online. You can do it from your cell phone in your car while you're waiting for your kids at school.
Yeah. It's so important to be able to do that. It's really helped me to advance even though I'm not at home.
Right. So now let's talk about advancing. There's this place where you start selling on Amazon and it's like, you have an XYZ product you find cheap, clearance, whatever. You flip it over on Amazon, make a profit, and you're hooked, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that starts to be sort of a drug. You know, this is exciting.
Yes.
I can pick up stuff, fairly inexpensively, make $5, $10, $15 on this item that everybody else is passing by, right?
It's such a rush. And when I started, I don't know if you remember, but when I started, fingerlings was the big thing. So, and you gave us that tip super early, and right away I was making so much money.
Yeah, and so that's one of the fun features of our Amazon seller tribe, right?
Absolutely.
We kind of have our ear to the ground on something that might get hot or something that's really starting to look good.
Yes, and you had it so early, and I started picking them up, and they started selling for so much money. I mean, $50 for a $15 item. I mean, the adrenaline was crazy. My husband had us go into all these stores everywhere. It was fun.
So that there's a place where you hit on those fun things, and then it kind of levels out. Then you're like, needing to do normal business.
Right.
That's where self-doubts can kind of rush in. Isn't that correct?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It took me a long time to realize it wasn't, to make it a sustainable business opportunity for myself. I couldn't just go for the hot toy item, because that's kind of what I had always done for a long time. We had the lists and I ordered off of them, but that wasn't as quote unquote fun, so it took me a while.
So really the basis, the bones of the business are those regular, ordinary sales that profit you $5, $8, something like that on a consistent basis.
Absolutely.
But that's not as fun or sexy as some people would call it, right?
Right.
And so that's kind of the grind, isn't it?
Yes.
And so during the grind, sometimes your mindset almost fails you.
Yes, definitely.
So, and in fact, if I'm being honest, there was a couple of times you just sort of wanted to quit, didn't you?
I did. I remember very specifically, it was last January. At that time I was doing maybe 4,000 a month, 5,000 a month pretty regularly. And I had sent in a bunch of inventory and Amazon lost it. I mean, I had sent in 4 huge boxes, and at that time, I mean, that was almost everything that I had. That was it. And they lost it. And so I was sitting for weeks wondering, what am I going to do? I didn't have any more capital put in, I didn't have any more money. My husband had lost 2 jobs in 2 years, a couple years back. So, I mean, we just didn't have it. Our credit wasn't great during that time. And I just didn't have anything to put in it. So I remember I messaged Tracy, and I told Tracy, and I was wondering if she had any advice. And I told her at that time, like, I had $200 in sales in February of that year. And I messaged you and I said I didn't have the money to be in the group. So that was definitely the lowest point for sure.
But there are times and seasons in our lives, even for me today, where things happen in life and you're just like, I got to sit down. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But one of the values that I've found of being in tribe is sometimes we won't let each other quit, will we?
No, never.
We're like, take another step. Just send in one thing, even if it's a $6 item.
Yes.
Take another step.
Take another step. Go to another store. Gay's voice is always in my head.
Come on. And so tell us about how you kind of walked yourself out of that space. And let's not get to June yet, but how did you walk yourself out of that space?
It was you, Gay. No, but seriously, I mean, if I hadn't had you extend a hand to me, I don't know if you want to talk about that here, but I mean, to give me a chance and, to stay in the group, I wasn't getting the list. So I went through all the previous month's lists to find more good buys. And, eventually they did find my inventory. So that obviously helped. And so I just kept flipping as fast as I could, and being back in the group, just the mindset of the group helped me immensely. And it wasn't even, like I said, it wasn't getting the list at the time, but just the mentality that everyone here brings, the positivity, it was huge. And I can always hear Gay, just keep going.
So that's part of the joy that I have in leading Amazon Seller Tribe, is coming alongside someone that has been knocked down or is going through that valley, and can say, hey, hook up with me here. I'm going to put my arm around you, and we're going to walk through this, because the menopausal grandma like me can do this. You can do it. How many times have I said that?
All the time.
All the time. I get tired of hearing myself say it, but it's so true. And we keep proving it over and over again, don't we?
Yes.
So now something happened. We just wouldn't let you give up. And you ended up in June in beautiful Branson, Missouri. I want to deep dive into that right now, because I want to talk about what happened to you there.
Okay.
So you're in Branson. It's the first Arbitrage conference. We've never had this conference before. I'm convinced that this conference is going to change lives. That's just locked rock solid in my mind and my heart. And in fact, that's one of the very first things I said when I opened the conference on that Thursday night. And you participate in the conference, and tell me what you started to hear and what you started to see that started changing you.
The thing that resonated with me that I kept hearing, and I remember at the lunch, you had the gold and the silver lanyard sellers sit with the little people like me, and I remember the people I sat with were so nice, and so just regular people. They weren't these brilliant masterminds. I'm sure they're very smart, but just regular people like me. And going out to dinner with people and just meeting all these just regular people who are making this a successful, extremely successful business, just really kind of told me that I could do this. If they can do it, why can't I? I'm smart, I work hard. Why can't I do this?
So your belief system in yourself started changing. You found yourself among really intellectual equals, ethically, as far as hard work, et cetera, et cetera. You knew you could work as hard as them. And you realized it wasn't a matter of luck or, Amazon likes this person better than they like that person.
Right.
You realized you had exactly what they had. Isn't that true?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
And something also started changing in the background, because in Amazon Seller Tribe, we're the only group that we know of that allows plus ones in for free. And there's a reason for that, because something started changing here too. Tell me about your plus one.
My husband has always been super supportive, as much as he could be, he was supportive, right? He likes to support me in things I do. But I think in the back of his mind before Branson, he was always like, okay, it's just another, scheme that she came up with, it's going to fade away. And, I think this is, like a multi-level marketing kind of deal, and they're just trying to take our money, and, but he's going along with it, fine enough. But I think once the Branson conference happened and I came home, and he could tell something changed in me, my mindset, and just the fact that, like, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And telling him the stories, all the speakers. And it was just everything. Everybody was so inspiring and positive. And I think he could just see that in me, and hearing the stories, it really changed him too. And he has become, especially in the past 6 months, I would say, he's like essential. I couldn't do it without him, for sure.
So that's one of the reasons why we spend so much time on the plus ones, because they're so powerful in your life.
Right.
Either for positively or negatively, they're very powerful. And when he saw the change in you, he recognized this was not the same Nikki that went to Branson. This is Nikki, the entrepreneur. This is Nikki, business owner now, coming back. And this is not Nikki that's just flighty through a new deal. This
Right.
is
Serious.
solid. And you had a business plan. You were like, wait, I can scale this now. And that's what started happening in your mind first, didn't it?
Yes.
Before
Yes.
the capital even started manifesting,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
a lot of people have capital in their hands, but they don't have the mindset. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
But when you get that mindset change, somehow capital starts finding you, doesn't it?
Isn't that amazing?
It
It's
is.
true.
Let's go ahead and talk about, if you will, without naming names, let's go ahead and talk about one of the ways that capital found you.
Sure. Well, if I could just say, I was a wedding photographer before, and when I had my kids, then everything it was too hard to do that job. So that's why I was trying to find something else. So I ended up shopping for a couple people, big time sellers. I shopped for 2 big sellers last year and kind of used that money to live on and to throw more capital into the business. So that was a huge opportunity both of those people gave me, not only for capital and that kind of thing, but just, I had to learn so fast. I was going from sourcing maybe $300 a week to, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a week. So it was a huge, on the go learning I had to partake in.
And then all of a sudden, you had the opportunity to work for a major seller and a big time Amazon coach.
Yes.
And how has that influenced you or made you a better business person?
It's made a huge difference. Just seeing how they run their business so successfully, and it's just I've learned so much. I mean, I can text them anytime, and I always get a response. And just learning how they run their business, I mean, and a super successful business. It's amazing to just be a part of that team.
And being part of that team, you also participate in that business mindset, don't you?
Oh yeah.
So
yes.
One of the things that you've been learning through that business mindset is consistency is key, isn't it?
Yes.
You can't sell what you don't have.
Right.
So getting out there sourcing consistently is key. And
Yes.
since you've been shopping for this big seller, you have more capital to do that.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
So now, and you don't have to give an exact specific number, but previously you told me that you were selling about 4,000, and you had some pretty exciting numbers this last month.
It's been crazy. My sister, she's I have a +2 also. My sister has come on board as well. So we kind of feel like you and Colleen now, but so since she has come on, and the numbers have it's been crazy. Joining the Tribe 3, that's been huge. I mean, without that, these numbers wouldn't be possible. I mean, we 10x'd, the 4,000. We should hit 40,000 this month.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. I didn't even know that. I mean, I didn't know I was leading to that answer.
I know. Last I talked to you, we were at 20, and we should hit 40 by the end of the month.
Wow.
I'm so thankful.
Oh my goodness. That just rocked me. Several years ago, I gave that 10X speech in Memphis, at a conference in Memphis. You've heard other sellers talk about that.
Yes.
Did you ever really think it would happen to you?
No. I mean, I hoped, and I keep plugging away. And, since the Branson conference, I never took any money out, and I kept rolling it, just like you always say. And I always hoped it would happen, but I never could have dreamed of numbers this big right now. No.
That hope acted itself out in consistent action. Acted itself out in true belief, because, as you said, you didn't start taking your seed out, you kept sowing the seed that you had. And that profit became more capital, to become more profit, to become more capital. And now you have a real, live, robust Amazon business.
I know.
This is super exciting.
It is. It's so exciting.
Oh, I am so happy. And guys, if you're listening to this talk and you're like, I think that was a setup, I think Gay just set that up. The honest to God truth is, I thought she was going to say the $20,000 figure, because that's what I do. I had no idea that now she went from $20,000 a month to $40,000 a month. Boom. Mind blown.
I'm mind blown every day looking at the numbers on my phone. I'm like, this isn't my account. I even showed my mom the other day, and she's like, that's your account? Because she's used to me shopping for so many other people, and I'm like, Mom, that's my account.
Oh, that thrills me. That just excites me so much. You're a mother of young children, school-age children. You have children who face learning difficulties. That alone can be, really wear and tear on your soul and your spirit, and the challenges that you face with your friends.
Yeah.
But then to apply yourself consistently to business entrepreneurship, and then to 10x it and do so well. I don't have any words. I'm usually not speechless, Nikki. But I just want to thank you for not quitting. I want to thank you for letting me speak into you, because this is the joy that I have in leading on Seller Tribe, is that I get the privilege of speaking into somebody's life where they might quit. And you didn't.
I really don't think I would be here if it weren't for you and for the group. I don't.
Wow.
Thank you.
It's so humbling to us and thrilling. That's why we do what we do in Amazon Seller Tribe. And then for you to come and bring your part and believe that what we're saying is right, and then taking action on it, and then showing those kinds of results.
We're very excited, to say the least.
Nikki, is there any word of advice that you would like to give people who are listening right now that might hear this video? What would you say to them?
Just, I think always hear Gay's voice, in the back of your mind. Keep going. Send it, you're always hit one more store when you're tired. I remember you outsourcing with your granddaughter, and keep going. It doesn't matter if your 2-year-old's with you or not, and hit one more store, send one more box in. Just push a little harder and don't quit. Just keep going.
I just can't even find the words right now, because I really, honestly, when I pressed record on this, I didn't know that it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be good, because I just really believe that if you would do what we're saying, consistency is the key. I knew if you would just get a hold of this and believe it could be you, that it would be you.
You always believed.
I did. And it makes me so happy that I did. Nikki, thank you for spending this time with me today in Tribe Talks. It's been a blessing to me. It's just thrilling me right now. And I know it's going to thrill others. So thank you for spending this time with me. And I'm going to see you. For those of you who are not in Amazon Seller Tribe right now, you can have the same results. I don't know why you couldn't, because If it happened to menopausal grandma, it can happen to you. If it happened to a young woman of 3 children, school-age children, it can happen to you. Right, Nikki?
Absolutely. If I can do it, anyone can, I promise.
And that's what I say over and over again. Thank you for being part of Tribe Talks today.
Thanks, Kay.
So that's it today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Tribe Talks. If you're interested in selling on Amazon, just jump on the link below.
And folks, if you enjoyed Tribe Talks, seriously, if it helped you maybe take one more step in life, could we get you to take one more step here and subscribe to the link below?
And see you next time on Tribe Talks.
Take care, everybody.